So Marjorie Taylor Greene announced this week that next Tuesday at 2 p.m., she is going to be holding a hearing on the black market for harvesting and selling the organs of babies. It is a very, dark thing to hold a hearing on, but if it's a thing that's happening, right, why not? Let's have a hearing. Let's get to the bottom of this. That sounds pretty serious. And it is a very serious issue if it were real, but I'll get to that in a moment. The thing is, Marjorie Taylor Greene put out her announcement for this very dark and somber hearing with a picture that looks like it's kind of a birthday invitation for somebody's sweet 16, complete with Marjorie Taylor Greene smiling like a lunatic as she's going to take on the baby organ harvesters. I mean, again, it looks like she is inviting people to happy, super fun time, but it's actually, we got to talk about, harvesting babies' organs for sale on the black market. You see the invitation, right? That's creepy enough. Folks on social media obviously jumped on it. Comedian Jay Black actually said, "I'm no marketing genius, but it seems to me that an investigation into something as dark as black market baby organ harvesting shouldn't be advertised with a graphic that has the same gravitas as a seminar on at-home beauty solutions for the budget-minded." Another one on social media said, "Marge hungry." Another one said, "This is on the same creepy level as Dumpy smiling with the dead girl photo he autographed." Listen, this whole thing, the invitation there, the announcement, her super smiley, creepy ass face is weird enough. But let's get to the meat of this, right? Because this isn't just let's laugh at Marjorie Taylor Greene fun time. That'll come later in the week. What this is trying to persecute and wrongfully accuse Planned Parenthood of baby organ harvesting. Remember that old conspiracy theory from years ago? I mean, God, it seems like ages ago at this point, but it was really just a couple years ago, right? When you had those conservative activists swear up and down that Planned Parenthood was telling people to have abortions just so they could harvest the baby fetuses and, send them off to God knows where, because apparently there's a huge need of people wanting baby organs for some reason. Yeah, turns out all of that was bogus. Nevertheless, Marjorie Taylor Greene is pushing forward with it. And if you saw in that invitation, she mentioned she's got 2 special guests, right? Here's who those 2 special guests are. Will include testimony from David Daleiden and Teresa Bukovac. According to the announcement, the hearing will also be live streamed. Daleiden is an anti-abortion activist ordered to pay $2 million in damages to Planned Parenthood over accusations of conspiracy and eavesdropping, according to a Reuters report from October. Bukovac is an anti-abortion activist who appears in a 2022 feature from New York Magazine about Lauren Handy, a fellow activist who reportedly stored baby fetuses in her refrigerator until they were removed by police. That is according to Raw Story, by the way. So, and we remember, right, the fetuses in the fridge story. That was, this anti-abortion activist, and I've got all these things, and it's like, holy crap, like that's the worst thing ever. But those are the 2 people, these weirdos that Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to have featured in this deeply dark and completely misleading hearing. So it's a good thing she put out that completely creepy and idiotic invitation, because if she hadn't, this would have slipped under the radar and a lot of people wouldn't have realized that Marjorie Taylor Greene is holding a hearing next week on a debunked conspiracy theory trying to smear Planned Parenthood. That is what this is actually about. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.